right now, the Philadelphia 76ers will have a starting lineup of Tyrese Maxey. Damn, look at him. So he averaged like 28. The violator was good, bro. No, he's wearing number 23. See? It's already on the Philadelphia. It's already on the NBA website. All right, so let's look at it's true. Let's look at Tyrese Maxey stats. So this guy really took off after like James Harden left. I didn't really think that he was gonna be like a legit star. Look at his average. He's scoring more than Embiid. This is actually Tyrese Maxey's team now. It's not Embiid's team anymore. If you look at the stats for last season, well, he played the most minutes and got the most points. Although Embiid did score more efficiently, they were close in points per game at lower field goal attempts and lower minutes per game. So I can't believe that the Celtics got Paul George. That's a more like surprising thing because the Celtics have had enough of Jaylen Brown for a while. Which is weird because last season Jaylen Brown had his like best season. He was like the first option, and Jason Tatum was injured for like most of the season, right? So it's kind of surprising to be honest. But like, look at this guy. So he went from eight to like double this production, and then he just became a star after. I think this was like the last season that James Harden was with him. Yeah, this was the one. Yeah, he was. They were. Wow, look at this. Look at this. What do you call it? Like big three. Three guys scoring 20 points per game, and one of them being the scoring champ. So I do think that it's his season to. It's his like team now, but we will see how. Not sure if he's like just a scoring type of player or he's like their leader. Well, this is like a decent player. Anthony Simons, he's pretty good. This would be like a really good backup player for Philadelphia. Not really. Oh, this is a rookie, so that's why I haven't heard of this guy. But Jaylen Brown, like, look, we have two players coming off a 28-point season. Jaylen Brown, he's 29, like, he's in the prime of his life, and he's been doing really good. Let's check out his stats. What the fuck? All right, so like I said, Jaylen Brown did have this best season last season when Jason Tatum wasn't there. He was averaging like his most mid-range shots in the season. He had like the most rebounds as well, most assists. He held the ball the most, but his turnover did increase in this season. Let's see. Let's compare it to like Jason Tatum because Jason Tatum was injured for most of the year. I can't believe honestly that they traded Jaylen Brown and kept Tatum maybe because Tatum is younger by 2 years. But honestly, maybe they're just fed up with him because he always likes to act smart. He always does that. So let me put it in full screen. Oh, whatever. And then who is this? Caleb Love? Yeah, I haven't heard of these guys. Honestly, this is the problem with the Philadelphia 76ers. I think their bench is like really weak. None of these players are I'm not familiar with any of these guys. You have to be like a Sixers fan to know these guys, to be honest. And then, of course, we have Joel Embiid. Right now, he's 32. I think he's on the decline. I think the way for Joel Embiid, you think Tatum is damaged goods? Nah, he's too young. Edris Aliyu, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. The thing about Tatum is he's in love with his jumper for some reason, and that's the thing I don't like about him. Like he has the body, the height. I think he's like six. He's probably like 6'9", 6'10", but he doesn't wanna play a bigger position. So he kind of like undersizes himself. But yeah, he's too in love with the sidestep, with the step back. He doesn't go to the rim as much. So that's my problem with him. Joel Embiid, yeah, as I was saying, he needs to do like he needs to be a third or fourth option in this team. Or maybe even the fifth. He needs to take a like a lesser role in terms of minutes, offense, and defense. If you think about it, like Carl Anthony Towns. So Carl Anthony Towns was like the first option for most of his career in Minnesota. And then he became a second option when Anthony Edwards came in. And then in New York, he actually started off as like the second option to Jalen Brunson. And then by the playoffs, he took a lesser role. He became the third option, and they let OG Anunoby be the second option. And look what happened. They won the championship. So the only way for Embiid to, like sustain his health and be more efficient, be more healthy come playoff time is just get a lesser role. He's 32 years old. He doesn't need to, he doesn't need to carry the load, especially with Jaylen Brown and Maxey in the backcourt. So I would say just like relax or something. I think the problem with this team is going to be rebounding, to be honest. If Embiid's not going to be always available, and then you have LeBron at power forward. So here's the thing: this is a LeBron that is old. All right, I know LeBron's still LeBron, right? But this is probably his first season that he's not gonna average 20 points per game. Right? I'm calling it now. He's not gonna average 20 points per game. He's gonna be more of a point guard in this team. So he's gonna be passing the ball to uh Jalen Brown, to Maxi, and they're gonna keep cutting. And then he's gonna do his thing, like he's gonna spot up a three. But yeah, this is gonna be actually a really strong fast break team with Jalen Brown and Maxi running the floor, and then LeBron James pushing the ball. The only thing is Joel Embiid is not really gonna be able to run the fast break with them. I think they need a lob threat. They're gonna need like a backup center that can catch lobs. But yeah, LeBron, it's gonna be your first season below 20 points per game. He might average a little bit higher in assists per game, and it's gonna depend on like his health or something. I don't think it's gonna be like one of those seasons where the veteran becomes like a bench player at the end or something. I don't think that's gonna happen like with Chris Paul or something. No, I think he's still gonna be like the main guy to handle the ball. My only problem with this is putting LeBron at power forward at this age. You're gonna have a problem rebounding. Yeah, LeBron doesn't really like box out. What's up, Dan? We're talking about the GOAT here, number 23. The problem is LeBron doesn't really box out. And if you have Embiid, who's like older now and has like health issues, and LeBron at power forward, it's gonna be a weak defensive front court. It's gonna be weak. So people are gonna be attacking the rim because I don't think LeBron James is gonna be blocking at the rim. Sure, he does chase down blocks, like he still does it, but at his age now, they're gonna have a hard time defending the rim. All right, so we have like another. So let's check out the height of these backup guys. Let me see. We have 6'9", 6'9", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'3". These are tiny guys. We're being honest. It's only this guy that's kind of tall, and this guy as well. Yeah, they're gonna need like a lob threat. Jabari Walker, what kind of name? Dean Wade. Well, at least LeBron James is playing with Dean Wade. D Wade, yeah, he still has D Wade on his team. So we have like this is the only lob threat. They're gonna have to convert this guy into something. He's gonna have to learn how to catch lobs from LeBron. The only way to survive playing with LeBron as like a tall guy is catch, lobs, rebound, and block. So I think this guy is gonna get increase in production in minutes if because LeBron is there. If he plays well with LeBron, that's gonna be the thing. Now this guy, I thought actually that last season this guy was gonna be like the rookie of the year. I think he had like the best month for a rookie, like the first month. And then Cooper Flag kind of, played well. Let's see Cooper Flag. I'm not really impressed with this guy, to be honest. This guy doesn't seem like like a star to me. He's 6'9". He has like a point forward position. I don't think he's that athletic. I mean, he's kind of athletic, but the good thing about him is he's not shooting a lot of three pointers. Like three pointers a game. That's actually a little bit close to like old 2000s basketball for like a star. So I think he's gotta attack the basket more. He's probably like in love with the mid range because he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws. And yeah, he's gonna have to attack the basketball. I think it's here, like his shooting is here. Shooting, yeah. So he does attempt like close to the basket, and like the close to mid range area. And then he does shoot here in this area as well. I think it's like a combined 26%. So, if he does like step up his production in terms of like attacking the basket, I think this 0 to 3% needs to be higher. It's got to be higher, like his inside game. But yeah, VJ Edgecombe, I thought that he was gonna be like the rookie of the year, and then for some reason this guy just didn't like take off. Let's see what happened with him. VJ Edgecombe, yeah. This guy kind of like fell off or something. I think he like, let's see. Let's check out his first 30 games. Yeah, so his first like 28 games, he was averaging 27 games. He was averaging 16 points. He averaged it the entire time. So I guess it's fine. How many is this? He had like 23 games where he scored above 20 points. So that's actually really impressive, I think. Yeah, this guy, the only problem with VJ Edgecombe, I think, is he's going to take a lesser role. He's going to be like the last option on this team, if not the fourth, because of Embiid. So what I see is what's going to happen with him is he's gonna you if you guys remember like Trevor Ariza in the 2009 2008 2009 NBA championship with the Lakers. I thought that he was going to be a star, and then he just never became one. So I think that's gonna happen with him. It will really depend on how he plays with the team. He's not gonna be. I think this is gonna be like his highest scoring season if he stays for like the next 2 years. It's gonna dip, and then if he goes to a different team, he's gonna be a star. But if he doesn't go to a different team and within like his rookie contract within like 4 years, he's never gonna develop into a star. It's just not gonna happen. He will be placed in that OG Ananobi role where he's just like a contributor to like a playoff team. Now, do I think this team's gonna win the championship? You know what? I actually said it even before LeBron came onto the team. So I said it before, like when they got Jaylen Brown, they might be able to recreate what they did with the New York Knicks. So they already have Jaylen Brown as like Jalen Brunson. They have Maxi as OG Ananobi, and then they have Joel Embiid playing like Carl Anthony Towns' role. But we will see. I did say that they can make the finals before LeBron even came. Now that he's here, knowing if you know a lot about LeBron, what's gonna happen is we're gonna need trade deadline transactions. This is not gonna be the final. This is not gonna be how this team's gonna look. All right, this isn't gonna be how it's gonna look. By the end of the season, they're gonna move a few pieces. They're gonna trade a few pieces. The first thing is LeBron needs a lob threat, and then they're probably gonna get like one of LeBron's friends, to like make him happy or whatever. I think that's what's gonna happen. So they're gonna make him. They're gonna have to make this guy happy. Remember, they did this before with Cleveland. They had Derrick Rose on the team. They had Isaiah Thomas on the team. They had Dwayne Wade, Jay Crowder, all of these guys just to make him happy. And then by the trade deadline, they completely revamped the team. We got Jordan Clarkson, like whoever the fuck, right? So that's what's gonna happen. I think LeBron James. Could he still win? If he does win, I think it's gonna cement his legacy as like as like the GOAT, 5 championship rings. This isn't, I wouldn't consider this ring chasing. He's at the tail end of his career. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, all right? Even if he does win a championship, it's not gonna be as the main option. It's not gonna be as like the finals MVP. So like, should it matter? Like, does anyone really care? I honestly, I just want to see LeBron James like win another championship. Be competitive again. The thing about the Lakers now that LeBron isn't with the Lakers and we left the Lakers with Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. First off, Luka Doncic just doesn't fit in LA culture wise. I don't think the LA fans are that much of a fan of Luka Doncic. They only loved him because he was playing with LeBron. Now that it is his team, if he doesn't get like a body that's deserving of like the stardom of being in LA, like he's still gonna be fat. It's not gonna fit well with the Lakers. And honestly, having like an unathletic star in LA just doesn't make like it just doesn't fit. They're more of like a Showtime, like run the court type of team. They've always been like that, like since the Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant era. So what I think, whether you agree, what I think is gonna happen is LA is gonna turn on Luka Doncic, and they're gonna have to find a way to trade him. I think they're gonna trade him. They only took Luka for LeBron to like mentor him and become like the face of the NBA. But now that he's just not effective. He doesn't have the athletic capability to lead the team. Yeah, he does play nice. He kind of plays like Larry Bird, if he was like on that type of team, but he doesn't fit with the Lakers. I think they're gonna turn on him. The fans are gonna turn on him. If he doesn't shape up, if he remains fat, that's not gonna be a good thing. And Austin Reeves, we all love Austin Reeves because he was like the third option to LeBron and he really improved. He really stepped up his game. But remember, in the playoffs, he got exposed. He always gets exposed once we get to the playoffs. Like, he can't get past Aaron Gordon of the Denver Nuggets. He can't get past Alex Caruso of the OKC. Remember, OKC, they had like the three guard death lineup of Shea, SGA, Caruso, and who's that other guy? Jalen Williams or something like. I think Jalen Williams. So those three guys locked him up. Austin Reeves, even if he did like get a good season last season, he's only getting good looks. He's only scoring a lot because LeBron and Luka are there. When they're not there, or we're in the playoffs, he's not really a star. So leaving the team with Luka and Austin Reeves, people, I swear to God, I'm telling you, people are gonna turn on him. All right, they will boo him if he sucks. The Lakers, like, there's a huge percentage of Lakers fans last season that are just LeBron fans, and like me included. So right now that LeBron's with the Sixers, I don't even want to watch the Lakers. Who cares? Like, who gives a fuck? First off, the Lakers aren't. I don't think they're even gonna make the playoffs. To be honest, they're not gonna make the playoffs. And excuse me. And honestly, nobody really wants to see like the Lakers win a championship on a Luka team. I don't think that's fit. That's a good fit. Not to be like I don't want to like talk about this, but they need someone else in LA. Like, they need. Well, Luka is the problem is Luka is a foreigner. He's not an American, so I don't think it fits in the LA like community. What if they do? With the way the West is shaping up, with OKC and San Antonio? I doubt it. I really doubt it. The team that really needs to wake up right now is Houston, I think. I love per XS. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think what's good? What's good, bro? Yeah, we're analyzing like LeBron James and like the NBA. The thing about the draft is I don't think there's like any hype about the draft like this season, so we're not gonna be hearing about any like Cooper Flag or whatever. But yeah, you also have like the Washington Wizards having Trey Young and Anthony Davis, so I think the East is gonna be like the stronger conference this year, to be honest. Let's look at the playoff bracket from last season. All right, so I don't know why the fuck these Phoenix Suns keep getting into the playoffs. This team is absolute garbage. Yeah, the Rockets, they need to break this team up. Caleb Wilson. Who's Caleb Wilson? Where does he play for? Oh yeah, we still have Jokic, but this team kind of sucks now without MPJ. They need MPJ to throw the grenades. So Jamal Murray isn't really consistent. He's not really you know, you can't really rely on him. He got drafted to the Bulls. At what number? I actually wish that LeBron went to the Bulls just so he can erase the legacy of Michael Jordan and on that team, or to the Golden State Warriors just to like make it fun. He finally plays with Steph Curry. Just that's what I'm thinking. Oh, what position does Caleb Wilson play? Fourth pick. That's pretty high. I actually think that the Boozer kid might be pretty good. If he plays exactly like his dad, he might be good. But I think he has like a 3-point shot. This Portland team, I don't know why they're in the playoffs, but with Ja Morant, they might get in. He's a forward, yeah. So what does the Chicago Bulls lineup look like now? I think this Detroit Pistons first round, like first, what do you call it? Like first seed in the East is kind of a fluke. Although, what do you call it? Who's that guy that the star of the Detroit Pistons? Cunningham. I think Cunningham might develop into a star. He's a lot better than Paolo Banquero. So I think yeah, Cade Cunningham. He's a lot better than him. I think Paolo Banquero is he's just better on the Magic team because the Magic suck. Like there's no one else. This Cavs team is an absolute flop. This Cavs team is garbage. All right. Do we still have Harden here? We have like Harden, Garland, like two lob threats in Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. I wanted this team to succeed, to be honest, but it's kind of it just sucks, to be honest. They did make the East Finals, but they got destroyed by the Knicks. This Raptors team needs to go. So you have Giddy, who is Caleb Norman. You think LeBron made the right decision to go to Philly? I wanted him to go to either Golden State, Chicago. At least he didn't return to Cleveland or Miami. That's one thing. Raptors. This team also sucks. But do you have Kawhi Leonard again? It depends on if Kawhi is gonna even play or whatever. I don't think AD's worth it anymore. His body is made of glass. He just doesn't. He sucks, bro. Yeah, the recent Curry. I just realized that the Golden State Warriors aren't even in the playoffs. Well, this Atlanta Hawks team is going to be gone because they have no players. They have no star. The Celtics, this team is cooked. Jason Tatum playing with Paul George. This is absolute garbage, bro. This is going to be like the worst team in the East. And yeah, I think the 76ers will make it. It might be the 76ers and the Knicks in the East Finals. And then for the West, it's still going to be OKC and Spurs. It's still going to be them. Yeah. And honestly, we might get a rematch. This Spurs Knicks, this might be a rivalry, like in the 1999 playoffs. So we'll see. I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. So what do you think? Like who do you think yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like okay. Well, yeah, that might be like OKC and the Knicks. I think they got like a pick, right? They picked someone this season or something. Like this draft. They have a lot of picks. They're really deep. I'm not sure in terms of like cash flow how much they have, but yeah. That's really that's really an interesting OKC got that. Yeah, yeah. No, are you talking about Chet Holmgren? Like so they have like another guy, right? So they have like they already had like a good backup for Chet. And then they have another one, so they're really smart. It's a really good front office. OKC has had a good front office for like 16 years now, so it's really good. Might be it's gonna be OKC, Spurs, and New York and 76ers in the East and West Finals. I'm gonna be yeah, they need J Dub. I'm gonna be tweeting it because I'm calling it now. You heard it here first. All right. You heard it here first, guys. OKC Spurs, New York 76ers. And then it's gonna be either Spurs Knicks or OKC Sixers. And then LeBron wins his fifth title. And then he gets anointed the greatest of all time. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen with him.